Hey guys, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another exciting week of trading. Let's have a look at what we've got to look forward to this week. Hope you all had a good weekend. Did you get up to much? Spend some time with family and friends? Did you back test? Did you study? Let me know in the comments, guys. Remember, guys, to sub to the channel, give the video a like, and also turn on that notification bell. That way you always get notified when I drop new content. And please share the channel far and wide. All right, guys, let's jump over to the calendar. We'll do a bit of a quick look ahead for the week. And just a small caveat, if you haven't noticed, or you have noticed, I haven't put out or published a schedule just yet for Trade Foundry. The reason being for that is that I'm not sure how this week's going to pan out, just with a couple of unforeseen things that have dropped in my lap. I'm not sure how the week is going to pan out just yet. So if I can put a schedule together, I will, and I'll get it out probably later on Monday evening or something like that, but there won't be any stream today. So if you want to head over to Trade Foundry and hang out, you can always head over there into the Traders Lounge. There'll be definitely a few guys in there hanging out and trading together today. So feel free to do that. Link is in the description if you want to head over to Trade Foundry and hang out with us over there. All right, let's get over to the calendar. So no news today. Monday, 13th of Jan, we have no news. So lower probability sort of day. We'll just be looking for that injection of volatility at the 9:30 open. Moving into Tuesday, we have red folder news, core PPI and PPI at 8:30. I love my 8:30 news, so it's great to get that out the way early. It is the day before CPI, so make sure you're looking for those A+ setups. Be a little bit more cautious and look to trade after news. Wednesday, medium to high probability, CPI dropping at 8:30. CPI is another opportunity as well if you want to look at passing your evals quickly by expediting them using the one shot, one kill method. So CPI is another good news event for that. It's one of the sort of the 2 or 3 NFP and FOMC that give you that nice volatility injection most of the time. Okay, so again, looking to trade after news on Wednesday. Thursday, again, news 8:30, medium to high probability trading conditions. Also waiting till after news to execute. And then Friday, wrapping up the week with no news, low to medium probability trading conditions. And if we have a look at oil, just to see when we have inventories. Let's give it a refresh. For whatever reason, the filters aren't on, so let's tidy that up. Let's clear all this up. This is how you set all the filters on or off. If you aren't aware of that, I only look for the US high impact news, and it's on Wednesday at 10:30. We have crude oil inventories, so keep an eye on that and just keep that in the back of your mind for Wednesday if you trade oil. All right, let's head on over to the charts. And remember, guys, you can always grab 50% off with Apex evals using code Jimmy, and you'll always get a discount if you use code Jimmy for My Funded Futures. Then My Funded Futures still has 40% off for new users for the 50k Starter Plus account and 20% off for existing users for the 50k Plus account. Code Jimmy will always get you the best discount, guys. All right, so here we are on NQ, and we're on the weekly at the moment. I like to have a look at the weekly as we start a new week. And see here, we have a candle closure back inside the previous week's range. So we're going back a couple of weeks here, but this is back from this 16th, the week of the 16th of December. But giving you insight to order flow. And you can see price has continued to move lower. And what do we see? Potential to form here. We may see a bearish weekly unicorn. And if we were to run the standard deviations, and because of the reasonably large wick there, I'd use just the bodies in this instance. We have a potential target region, -2 to 2.5 down here on the August low. Not suggesting we're going there this week, by the way. Just pointing out there's some possibilities here. We have low resistance liquidity through here as well. Okay. So it looking bearish. I think, you know, if we're going to continue to move lower, then this low will be a level that I'll be considering, with the being equal lows as well, and reaching into that low resistance liquidity. Let's have a look at the daily. We see quite clearly here the equal lows, and then low resistance liquidity through here. Now what I'll be looking for, we're having a sell-off here right now. Prices moved lower today. So we have, this is the Asia range, and now the London range continuing to move lower. Now, will we see a New York reversal? Let's head back to the daily. Potential to see price move from this level here back up inside. We have this bearish FEG here, and that also aligns with these opposing candles here. Well, we might see price move lower up into this bearish FEG, and this could be a couple of days. I'm not necessarily saying it's going to be today. And then what I'll be looking for is, if we get a reversal from this point and price does move higher, how do we react to this level here? That for me is critical. Do we get a reversal back up? Or do we see New York continue to move lower to these lows? We do have a bullish FEG here as well, and we have the remainder of this FEG that hasn't been completely closed. There is still a portion of that still to be closed. So I think price will continue to move lower for the most part today. Let's move that and move to a bearish bias there. Just going to run through my top pairs today, guys. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I've got some circumstances I need to take care of right now. So I'll just get through this, just doing the top pairs that I trade today, and then hopefully things will settle down and we can get back into the flow of things Tuesday onward. Let's have a look at the hourly. So on the hourly, we got a nice close below the opposing range, the opposing candles here, and we can see price respecting that level. This was off the NFP news Friday. Price continued to move lower. We did get some retracement, but we failed to even reach up into this bearish FEG and then moved lower. So looking at the hourly, we do see that we have a range here. Now, are we looking at this sort of scenario, accumulation, manipulation, distribution for New York if we get that New York reversal? Possible. And we do have, tons of these smooth edges, this low resistance liquidity, all these failure swings here for price to reach back up to. And if we had a look back at the daily, that's putting price up here. Oops. So that'd be a fair retracement back into that range. So I'll be looking for, again, as I say, see how we react to this level if we do turn around. All right. We'll see how price moves through towards New York session. Do we find some pause here for a retracement back up into the bearish PD array? And then continue to move lower, something like this. Because we have that target just a bit lower. This first target here. We're not too far away from that at the moment. All right, moving over to ES. The weekly. We already have a bearish breaker. It's not a unicorn because we don't have an FEG aligned, but we do have a bearish breaker and we've had a nice close through that level. Here would be a target region on the weekly. The price continues to move lower over the next coming weeks. And this week certainly stands out for me. I'd even be looking for how price reacts to the 50% level of that as we get closer to that level. And you can see the -2 to 2.5 is aligned with that as well. Again, this area for me, these relative equal lows into this bullish FEG, looks like a nice draw for a price to draw into. So we can move over to the daily. See those relative equal lows there. Price continuing to move lower. So that's where I'd be looking to see a reaction. As price moves lower, do we get some retracement reversal here, back up into the daily bearish FEG here. So we'll be remaining bearish at the moment for ES, and then we'll move over to the hourly and just see what the hourly looks like. So a similar thing to NQ, where price respected the up close candles and continued to move lower. Was unable to reach back up into this PD array here, so we failed and we continued to move lower. Let's have a look at oil, the weekly. It's been a good few weeks for oil. A nice climb here, and we've just swept out this high. This is last week's candle. You get the candle closure. Monday is already swept previous week's high, and that is also at a bearish point of interest. The other interesting thing is to note that there is no wick to the downside on the current candle. So this would act for me as a strong draw liquidity, this level here. So I could see price retracing back into this bullish FEG here. And on the daily, similar scenario. We've swept out the high. That was Monday's high from last week. Okay. Sorry, Tuesday's high from last week. Hang on, what am I talking about? We've swept out the high from Tuesday the 8th of October. All right. Now on the weekly, this is more relevant, obviously. On the daily, I think this is still relevant. I think it's still within, you know, a reasonable amount of time. So I would still anticipate price to move lower here into this bullish FEG. We've swept out last week's high, Friday's high. So we've swept that out already. We have this candle with zero wick to the downside. I anticipate price to move lower today. And on the hourly, we're setting up nicely for a reversal here actually. But we've got all this low resistance liquidity through here as well. So there's some clean low resistance liquidity there, again through here. And it looks like we're sending up here to put in a reversal. If we continue with some displacement here, we'll see a change in the state of delivery. We also have a bearish breaker, potentially a bearish unicorn on the hourly. So we can use this. I know this isn't confirmed just yet. I've got 3 minutes until that candle confirms. This will be the change in the state of delivery. From the high to the low. That's the leg that swept liquidity. And here's our target region. So I'd be looking to see if price can seek out this low potentially today. And the average candle range for oil is around $2.05. So if we draw that out from the high here, that sees us get down to this low. Okay, so there is a good chance we could see price move to this low today. Now if we look at the 7 hour, it does look like Asia expansion, London reversal. I do like oil for running lower today. Let's revisit that tomorrow and see how we went. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Let's do gold. Just look at gold on the daily. Actually, let's have a quick look at the weekly. Okay, so we did get a close above the 50% of this week. I mean, that wick clearly stands out. So we can mark out the 50% level of that wick and see how prices reacted. We did get a close above. So looking at the weekly, I think we might move a little bit lower before we move higher, sweeping this high out. So we see here on the daily, this tiny FEG was respected and price is reacting to that. So that falls in line with our idea from the weekly that price would move lower. So we can look for price to move lower today. Now, there is a lot of low resistance liquidity through here as well. We haven't put in, it's not clean this move here, in my opinion. First off, I'd be looking to see how price reacts to the 50% of this wick. Okay, as price moves lower, if it does indeed continue to move lower, do we react from this level? Because again, like oil, gold's got all this low resistance liquidity here. Tons of it. So I could really see if price is able to get through this buyer's wick here, could really see price cleaning up that low resistance liquidity. But for today, looking to be bearish. So we've got us bearish on gold, NQ, ES, and oil. I am going to have to wrap the video up there. Guys, sorry for the short video today. I do apologize. Hopefully we can get back to normal tomorrow. Remember, if you want to follow me, you can jump into the Trade Foundry Discord. We've got a great little community building in there. There's some amazing members contributing every day. The link is in the description. Please feel free to comment to the video, guys, and I'd be happy to respond. And remember to sub to the channel, like the video, and share the channel far and wide as we continue to grow day on day. All right, take care, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.